Solo un enfrentamiento más por delante para llegar a esta gran final. Vamos con las semifinales. En el lado azul tenemos al rey del backdoor y el jefe final europeo en este torneo. Mi amigo, tu amigo, el amigo de todo el mundo. xPeke. Y en el otro lado, aterrizó en la competición como uno de los favoritos y ha sabido mantener las expectativas, Es una leyenda y lo quiere demostrar también en este 1 contra 1. ¡Sí!
However, I think that may actually be it for xPeke because it's a really strong champion into 80 carries, and I think xPeke actually has a chance here.
I think it's a very, he definitely has a chance. I really do like the strategy as well.
Not looking for any tankiness, just going pure on damage.
Is going to go for that mage style. Look for the kill, look for the all-in. Probably not the CS, but, you know, we say that, and he got a CS, almost a CS victory previously on Cassiopeia, so...
I mean, we joke around it a lot, but he's just a fantastic legacy player, so he can definitely...
He's a guy. All around.
Yep.
What a god.
More popular players as well.
I mean, he is one of the oldest players in the game as well. Let the crowd take over and catch this one, though.
Rallying behind him. All right, Uzi getting early access to the wave. Really good E-trade. That's what you want to do. Hit all the range creeps and your opponent. That auto attack cost him a little bit for minion trades, so that's not too great from him. He wants just to get the push early.
Yeah. Also here from the Rise, you want to try and spread that flux. The ideal situation would be go through minions and then hit Uzi, but Uzi good positioning on the side. Peke not able to get both there, and just going to try and clean up the CS as Uzi lands a little bit of harassment.
It's really hard to CS with Rise under turret on this map, so that is definitely something that's going to keep Peke down. Uzi, he gets level 2 first.
Yeah, at the early level 2, he's going to have complete control of this minion wave. And Peke, you know, while it is a little bit not exactly what he wanted, it's still fine, because his plan is going to be to go for that all-in kill. And he's not going to have to worry too much. As long as you get enough CS to be competitive in items after your first purchase.
Yeah, definitely. So we're learning about the CSing every time one of these melee creeps hits the turret. You think, yeah, it's going to live. Nope.
Yeah,
dies by
different tower damage is actually super annoying.
Because these guys are trained thousands of games of League of Legends in turret habits. Even when small tweaks get made on 5v5, you start struggling. Uzi threatening. Whenever Peke wants to go for a CS, he's eating auto attacks in return, even though he's spell CSing.
Yeah. I mean, and you guys talked about before earlier when we saw a bunch of Varus. He's got multiple spells to harass you in between trying to get CS. So there are a lot of options for Uzi to be going for harassment.
And that's a dangerous thing Uzi did right there. He went for the auto walkout, and as it hits, he's no longer in turret range. If xPeke can answer with a snare there, that could spell Uzi's demise if he's not extremely careful. But however, in that harass pattern, he just messed up all his melee creeps again. Loses 3 CS here, so slowly dwindling and falling behind on the side of xPeke.
Yeah. I mean, he did get a spread there on the spell flux. That's what we were talking about.
But every time that happens, he's kind of ruining his own minion wave.
He's going for the all-in really early here.
Reduced health, like barrier is suboptimal. xPeke backs out.
All right. He traded 2 summoners for 1 there is the key, though. Even though xPeke's got him on the ropes, this is the reason why we keep saying, oh yeah, Uzi, he's so cool in these situations. He's not panicking at all. Holds on to the extra summoner. Now he's got exhaust, and that with the Rise looking for an all-in means Peke pretty much has to wait until both summoners come back off of cooldown. So probably we'll look for him to you know, wait for another purchase and then the second round of double summoners.
Yeah, look at xPeke. He doesn't want to base because this wave will be fast pushed by Uzi. He knows he can't trade in this massive minion wave versus exhaust, so he finds himself in a bind. He was hoping that the Ignite healing reduction on that relic would be enough, but Uzi, so calm and collected. He just always knows stuff. Even though the barrier wasn't ideal, he traded it instead of the exhaust. Obviously, the shorter cooldown.
Yeah.
Now Peke looking for a reset on this wave.
Woo,
got there.
I have to say, I mean, Double have talked about as well. I mean, as good of a player as you can be, like you can be a top tier player and still trying to lane against Uzi, especially Uzi knowing there's no junglers available to influence the matchup is just very intimidating.
And you see what he's doing, so we need to follow what he's doing exactly. It is stepping forward every time you go for a CS, stepping backward every time he goes himself for a CS, keeping that sustain up with the Warlords.
It looks like the steps are so simple for him as well. He's like, step number 1, his whole focus was on getting control of the minion wave. As soon as he got a single minion advantage, he immediately transfers into harassment mode, and he's firing auto shots in between the spell harassment at you to keep you off of the minion wave. So there's almost no chance for you to get control back, and doing such a good job.
Yeah, and he's approaching level 6. Uzi will get a combat skill point right there with his ultimate, which is really valuable against the Ryze, especially when you get Rune Peasant, so he can at least walk away from the second part of the engage. Peke cannot skill his ultimate, so on level 6, there will be another advantage towards Uzi.
Yeah, and I think that xPeke, excuse me, is still... Yeah, not Stixay, he's across the Atlantic, pretty far away. But yeah, Peke, he's still waiting for the double summoner timer, so I feel like we have time to remain calm and just wait until he's able to go back for probably another purchase before he goes for the all-in as well.
I want to see Peke hide in the brush, warp to the relic behind Uzi, cut off the escape, and then go all-in, but it may already be time for this one all-in that we're waiting for.
Testing the waters there, maybe. They do both have potions, so sustain is definitely there. Yeah, I got a little word there. I was like, just before I say he's going to wait for double summoners, he goes all in!
Now waiting. That's one exhaust down. So close to the barrier for Uzi. Peke has to kite. He has to dodge the next arrow. Nope. Makes you wonder, Kobe. Should he perhaps have waited?
I'm sorry.
We clearly split up the duties. No. I'm on Runes and Masteries. Kobe's job is to press one button and get into the game, and he's failed twice now.
Sorry, xPeke looked up into the camera for a second, and I was caught.
I get it.
Okay, good. You have to be your own defense as well.
But therein lies the beauty as well in these adaptations, the kind of resurgence of the resolve tree that every AD carry kind of figures out. AD carry Runes and Masteries have been pretty much figured out by Uzi by now. And again, similar things that we've been saying all week. Access to the minion wave early, get that first creep down, then use AoE abilities to hopefully harass both the enemy champion and the minions, and generate push. Has xPeke learned to last hit?
Yeah, that's another thing, right? You need to get some time on this map to get used to the damage for melee minions at least.
4 out of 6. Passing.
That's your grading for it right there. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm counting the minions. What grading would you use?
What scale are you using to come up with your grade, Crepo? Counting.
Counting. All right, Uzi has yet to drop a CS. It's 1, 2. Cool. It's almost as if he plays AD carry.
Man, you should change the play-by-play, dude. You got this down pat.
Hey, man, when they're CSing and we've analyzed these matches over, I've been here all week, man. I was hoping you would bring like some new knowledge to the table.
Don't give me excuses, man. Oh, we're trying to turn the table here, man. Honestly, I want my pen back. I threw it away earlier. And all right.
You sad.
Peke's, I really was hoping for him to try and get more of those fluxes through the minion waves again last time, but since Uzi just puts out so much pressure early, it's really difficult to even get the time to do that. Against mages, it's so much easier.
Yep.
But Lucian is coming in. He'll punish you every time you step up to the minion wave.
This is an all-attack there as well. Peke definitely feeling the nerves here on this Ryze. That's one benefit of AD carry champions as well. They just play with more base AD. It's much easier to last it here. Peke dropped 2 CS there again. Just slowly dwindling behind already. 4th wave or something. He's down 10 CS in the gutter.
Yeah. I mean, for people like just tuning in, we can go over again, why the AD carries have been settled on kind of as the efficient kind of way to pass to victory, basically, in the 1v1 matches. They have the extra sustain early because they're going to be taking the Warlords. They have the ranged attacks that they can use for us in addition to the spells. But also, it's just so much about the early wave control.
Definitely so. And Uzi was trying to sneak a base there, hoping that xPeke would be afraid. But obviously, since there are no normal trinkets on this map, you just always run a sweeper so you can sweep the brush and reveal the silhouette. Then Uzi's base was stopped here. So that was good from xPeke.
Yeah, I feel like
the wave neutral as well.
That is the main carryover from last year's All-Stars, where at the beginning of the tournament, people were running like all random trinkets. And by the end, it distilled down to just the sweepers. But everybody started right off from the very beginning here this year, using those sweepers to see their opponents in the brush.
xPeke is out of mana. This could be a... I wonder if Uzi wants to pull this into the brush and freeze. Nah, he would take too much damage, so he's just prepping the minions. He is really
Look
good
at that.
DCSing.
Yeah, like that prepping on this map, by the way, you have to get used to, but very well done here by Uzi.
Yeah.
Even though he's not able to get these range ones. The range since the range ones have such low health, or either it's they have super low health or their turrets do a lot of damage, they're very difficult because if they get touched by pretty much anything, then the one turret shot does kill it.
Yeah, that's an annoying caster minion that keeps switching targets when you don't want it to.
Betrayed by the purple casters.
I see you're wearing purple today, Kobe.
That's unfortunate.
Is that an omen?
No. I literally have no idea what clothes I even put on each day. We have a stylist. They just tell you to wear that, put it on. Go dance, monkey.
I get
and,
to
here I am.
I get to choose my clothes. I'm the advanced species.
Oh man!
Communicate.
Actually, you're never mind. We're going down the wrong path here. As xPeke has actually gained control, because this is a pretty interesting little turning point. You know, trying to push Uzi under his turret. We'll see if he's able to CS these range minions. Those are the tricky ones.
And he saw one immediately, and then just kind of hard shove the other two, because those will get hit by minions. That's why he uses his Q right there. Get that one extra minion. xPeke right now in a much better spot than he was last game. Only trailing 5 CS, and he is ramping upwards. Looking for those chains of
Flux transfer does get the extra damage on Uzi too.
And more importantly, every time he does that, he blows up the wave.
And let's prep the all-in already right now. If we talk about the Rise mechanics, right? People want to watch this Rune under the health bar for xPeke after the Rise rework. He's charging up now. There you go. As soon as you get the full one, you get that boost of move speed plus the extra shield. And he's going to want to prep that before the one all-in does occur, so he can try and use that for the extra health plus maneuver away from the Lucian.
Yeah, definitely want to use that. And with the pressure, xPeke denying more creeps under the turret. The viability of a CS victory is there. He has shown that he does more damage. He is ramping up on his all-in damage as well. And more importantly, he has his both summers available. So things looking on the up and up for xPeke.
And he's going to come away with the actual CS lead now. So definitely a big turning point for him. If he gets back in time, which he definitely should unless he forgot something, he'll be able to clean these ones up. Does purchase boots, by the way. And speed is actually a rare purchase for a lot of people on this map. But definitely helpful for the to get in position for that all-in as well.
Uzi may be nervous. We didn't see it, but his culling is on cooldown. So I think he double-tapped it while leveling up. xPeke obviously doesn't know that.
He used it at xPeke. I remember him seeing him shoot it at xPeke.
Okay, then I'm just blind. Okay. Definitely not a fault when you're casting, but it's up soon enough.
All right, he's prepping the fluxes. Uzi not stepping close to them.
Ooh, that's good for xPeke. A really good start here. Minions don't really get to him early.
He's just trying to get a summoner spell out of the way right now, by the way.
Oh, that was really good sidestep there by Uzi, not walking into the predict Q from xPeke. So hard to play against. That alone can tilt the player, by the way. When you know somebody would normally step into a direction, eat your Q, but a greater player just stands still.
I mean, the levels of mind games, as you get to the higher levels, right, you expect them to be this good, but if they're even better than that, they're going to not even move at all, and I don't know. With Uzi, it's incredibly difficult because he does change it up.
And we may actually see xPeke shift gears to potentially the first turret victory here.
I don't know about that. Another culling, another... xPeke basically hit in the same spot of that brush. The angle there not going to be helpful for Uzi, and xPeke taking over, representing for the mage players here, and actually bullying the AD carry, putting that CS pressure on Uzi.
Right, he has Realm Warp. We don't have the minimap, and due to technical difficulties of one of our casters, we are not in game, so we need to just track the... we need to track the Rise in the top left to see if he Rune Warps or Realm Warps rather to the middle of the lane. He's using it, so he's coming. Look at that efficiency. Maximize that speed. Is it worth a point for that distance?
Okay, he's just using this one. We want to set up the minion plate later. He's using this one. He knows it'll come off of cooldown when he needs it for that spectacular minion transfer.
That would be actually sick, because this is looking like a CS battle.
Yeah. I don't know about that Q, what the explanation was there.
Lag.
He's also, you know, we talked about the mind games of dodging skill shots, right? You throw a couple here and there,
He's looking for a
make your opponent think he's wild. Yeah, he is. Looking for a little bit of zoning here.
He pushed, he pulled the wave. Look at how the first melee creep is dying much faster on the blue side. It's because xPeke just did that minor tweak on the minions, pulled them in the brush, made them focus the same target, and now he's going to proxy zone. Remember, if he does not auto-attack, he will not get aggro from these ranged minions.
Did see that a whole bunch during the lane swap days, and still a lot of the times during, you know, bottom lane, if you get the proper recall off. But Peke is still, you know, going for the CS, keeping those up. So eventually it's going to get back towards Uzi.
Yeah, once Uzi gets close, he can actually start challenging CS. Good trade by xPeke here.
Ooh.
Has relic control as well. Once Uzi gets close to challenge CS, xPeke immediately turns the tides and uses the minions in an aggressive manner. 82 CS to 68. xPeke is going to do it.
He's crushing it right now. The turret's even getting in danger.
Just has to be careful. Culling is the only way out for Uzi.
The people's champion here, Peke, he even gets the culling down there, only losing like 75 health in the exchange.
Peke is setting his focus on the minions. I think this is the first time the crowd in France is not going to hate a CS victory. 89 remain. The turret's low as well.
Barcelona, France. Oh, the turret's gonna go down. He gets exhausted. He got summoners out.
Barcelona, France. Barcelona, Spain, Kovico. The turret's low. What's he going for? One more shot. Turret dies! It's not a CS victory, so the crowd likes
Exactly. Okay.
My bad, Kobe. I can't speak, okay? Wait to rub it in right there.
Well, I was sweating. I was like, oh my God. Why is he? All right. No, the Syndrome Mirror. Yes.
Running some lethality and magic pen. Flat health, more AP, and also on his blues, he's running 3.0 mana regen, so that means his glyphs are entirely based around mana regen. So Uzi is playing the sustained 100 CS style, whereas xPeke, we're looking for the all-in.
And you can see it in the early play style as well. Uzi did start Q, start spamming it on the ranged minions to get control of the wave. He's still playing this like an AD carry, right?
Yep.
Getting wave control first, then going for harass. Whereas Peke started with the W. Uzi was able to dodge it, so he didn't land the first one, but went for harass over wave control.
And this is the same thing as we see in a lot of mid lane matchups. So wherever you walk up for a CS, you can expect to get Q by Syndra. That's why xPeke is dodging a lot of these. He is used to playing versus Syndra, so that's in his advantage. Ooh, good sidestep by Uzi, aggressively stepping forward.
Yeah,
Good
Peke
prediction
got
on
the auto though. Oh.
So a lot of minions on xPeke here. Uzi is obviously doing really beneficial trades in the fact that he's hitting xPeke and the minions at the same time. That sidestep was beautiful though on the W from xPeke Syndra.
Peke with a single minion lead at the moment as well though.
And sometimes when you're so caught up in pushing, efficiency goes out the window. It's so important to keep that minion wave pressured.
Also, health is almost more important than mana right now. Peke also has the mana lead.
The problem is for Uzi is that he traded his glyphs for 3.0 mana regen per 5 seconds, where you could have had 12 magic resistance. That feels like a very poor trade.
I mean, it's definitely going to hurt him in the actual trades of damage. And he's going to be the one forced back to base because of it.
Double Thorns, double Potions, something very often overlooked in the early levels as well, the value of Potions. Alright, you can solve that creep. Yeah, you're just going to pull it.
It's really hard to judge whether the melee minion is going to be finished off by the turret.
It's about 60% almost.
Yeah.
That it needs to have to survive. That's why Uzi pulled it out. Use some mana, but immediately pops the relic. That's level 4.
Alright, this one is going to be for all of the marbles as well. Yep. Remember, once we get to level 6, the potential of the unleashed power.
And just keep looking at the spheres as well. Hitting the level 6 spike early is going to be important. xPeke will likely have a mild experience advantage if the waves are neutral. The problem is that Uzi is pushing right now.
I really do like that it's going to be very skill intensive this last duel, right? It's going to be all about who hits more of the skill shots. And you generally want to start with the W for the slow, so it makes it much easier to land each consecutive Q. But the stun does land for a good Thunderlord's trade by Peke. And I think he dodged the slow on the way out.
Yeah, but on the back end, Uzi reacts pretty fierce as well. These guys are really good at sidestepping each other's E's, but as they set up for a Q, there will always be the counter Q mid-animation from Uzi.
Yep.
And now it's a race to level 6. Because remember, ulti can come out of exhaust range, leaving only barrier as your defense.
xPeke also, even with the boots, Uzi getting the better of the health trades here.
Yes, because it doesn't matter for Uzi where xPeke is moving. Uzi's just waiting for xPeke to walk up, go for the Q, and then mid-animation, he answers anyways, looking for the more efficient trades.
Tanking a bit of the minions here. Group up as well.
Uzi likely basing off the dis.
Has enough mana to finish off the ranged minions and is going to get a pretty good base here. See what the second purchase is. If he decides to go move speed as well, you know, for dodging one of those crucial W's.
Surprised xPeke did not go for a sweep stop there. Knowing he had, yeah, it's too late right now, xPeke. Knowing he had double relic available, if he got that stop, that could have been a really powerful game-breaking move. He obviously did not have the oversight because he was so busy just trying to equalize out that wave.
And look at this. Uzi's continued focus on the mana is there in the purchase with the Lost Chapter. This is a hugely efficient mana purchase for him. Going to get a bunch.
Poor man's blue buff.
For the level up. Yeah, so he's just going to be spamming on the waves and counting on that. Whereas xPeke is going with the combat power level 6 duel.
So the only way that works out in xPeke's favor if he can get good trade and then zone Uzi off. Uzi keeps basing here. We'll have a minion, base, reset, because by the time he gets back, he'll be in a good spot. Good prep from xPeke. Yeah, preps one minion with an auto, waits for the turret shot on the remaining one, and then fires everything off.
The minion advantage there for Uzi is pretty significant, though, because of that really quick shove.
And it's really hard for xPeke to generate any sense of denial. That's why he's going for the fast push. Don't want to freeze here, because Syndra has really long range. Can always get access to the creeps. Looking to generate push here. Maybe aim for a turret victory. Who knows?
Doesn't get the range ones there, and Uzi is going to be able to pick up most of these. Increase the CS lead a tiny bit. Yeah, xPeke
Now it's dodgeball, Kobe.
losing that a little bit.
If you can catch a sphere, you can dodge a wrench.
Well, that makes total sense. In France.
In France.
Uzi also with the no magic mantle pickup. While it's not quite as much magic resistance, it's very close, and it's going to give him similar combat effectiveness. So with the extra damage from minions, that more than makes up for the difference there.
Oh,
Just
really good by Uzi.
denying
Just
more
denying
minions.
CS.
Could have gone for a little Thunderlord's cheeky tap there like xPeke just did.
Yeah, xPeke shifting focus. He knows he's down on the minions, so he is pretty low on mana as well. If he keeps going for CS, I think xPeke is going for a push into base here. It almost has to be, because he knows he's going to lose the minion game. And he may actually just spec into like an elixir or something, just all in, know that he has about 20 left. Immediate reaction by Uzi is the sweep, of course. He does not want to let xPeke base, and he is actually going to stop him if he knows.
Rush now. All right, he's going to go back, because you want to be on the maximum item efficiency as well for the last fight. He knows xPeke is going back. Oh, cancels it. He's going to push one more wave.
Yeah. Solidify that CS. He knows it's coming. He needs more, I guess, gold to just get the more. He knows
it would be helpful
to
be able to check gold right now.
Yeah. Generally, gold helps you buy items. Things brought to you by the Colorcaster team.
All right, we're coming down to the wire here, as the CS lead for Uzi is going to force a fight from xPeke.
Yeah, they keep basing. Just one more item.
I mean, you need as much combat effectiveness as you can possibly scrounge together. You know that the window is only a couple more waves.
I mean, xPeke he went for the Lost Chapter instead of more damage. So maybe
I think it's too late for that buy.
If he gets a good trade, he wants to maybe get Uzi off the wave. Oh. Maybe Uzi proves to be too tanky.
I mean, it is impressive what Uzi is doing here, right? He's taking the mage versus the... I mean, technically, I guess everyone's going to be like, yeah, but xPeke is an 80 carry most recently. But honestly, the Syndra mirror matchup, I thought that Uzi would continue to just use 80 carries. I like that he's spicing it up a little bit here.
But he's just always had control of this minion wave. Uzi just so smart when it comes to knowing when to prioritize minions instead of trades, and that's obviously what's been generating him these just moments of sheer pressure that he gets on the back of the implied minion win victory. 9 CS remain.
Oh, here they go for it. Exhauster down.
Bad barrier.
Does get the stun and the ult pretty early.
Still a barrier on the side of Uzi. Uzi's complete control. All he needs to do is get to the relic. Kite xPeke. xPeke wasted his barrier entirely, misreading the animation. Uzi looking to shift towards minions again. Nice dodge.
Now Uzi's on the chase. Is he going to finish another CS victory here? Only 4 more left. Peke's got no options.
No more dodgeball, just CS. Uzi in the brush, no sweep. xPeke gets hit. Ooh, that's lights out. That's game over. Even if you land that, there's not enough follow-up damage. Barrier still available. Uzi just flaunting with it. 3
Peke
minions.
gonna go down fighting though. He's gonna charge him.
Fight like a champ, Peke.
Oh, and Uzi's going for
One
the
more.
minion.
Uzi
Alright, he
gets it.
killed. All right, whether he's on an AD carry or a mage, he still has the calm style. Get CS pressure first, force your opponent to take a bad fight.
And again, resolve, defense. What he lacked in defensive, capabilities.